Next week on 1986 Pro Football Replay, we will feature these two Week 4 games. We start Tuesday from the Orange Bowl in Miami. It's the 2-1 San Francisco Giants at the 2-1 Miami Dolphins. I think, because you're just never really quite sure about those things, it'll be Joe Montana and Dan Marino in their first meeting since that Super Bowl where the Dolphins failed to show up after the opening kickoff. And then a week from today, on Thursday, live at noon Eastern, the 2-1 New England Patriots, as I've already played the rest of Week 3, take on the 2-1 Denver Broncos from Mile High Stadium in Denver. So that's the offerings next week right here on Retro Sports Network. And this is a live look at Lambeau Field in Green Bay on a beautiful Monday night, 67 degrees. Brisk winds running from right to left at 10 to 20 miles an hour. The Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. They opened up the real 2019 season. Let's see what they do in Week 3 of the 1986 season. As Retro Sports Network presents Pro Football Replay 1986. Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it is your ever-loving cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers, at 0-1-1 against the 2-0 defending Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears. And our game today is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the podcast you should listen to for the latest on sports replays, simulations, and gaming in general. That's DigitalDice.com. And welcome to the broadcast, everybody. My name is Ron Chuckett. I'm not sure if we got a dandy for you or not, but, you know, kind of like anytime two rivals get together, throw out the records, it doesn't matter. They hate each other, and that makes for a good stream. The Packers lost their opening game and then promptly tied New Orleans last week to go 0-1-1. The Bears are 2-0. You watched their opening game against Cleveland. They won last week, but lost Jim McMahon for a long time, 11 weeks. So the Bears are weak at cornerback, and Steve Fuller and Mike Tomczak will fight for the right to at least stink the least, but the defense is good. The computer has the Bears. It's like a 15-point favorite. We'll see. Randy Wright quarterbacking for the Packers and the Bears. So you ready? I am. Let's play some football, shall we? The Bears lost the toss. They are in their white uniforms with the dark blue helmets. I don't think it's black. And though I wonder what the font is on those numbers. He says, choking on himself. Kevin Butler with the ball on the 35. Walter Stanley is back deep to return on the 8. Davis and Watts are the upmen. As I say hello to Trimes fan, Appa Chatter, ID Jester, Captain Carl. How are we all doing today? Green Bay has won the toss. They had the win behind them in the first quarter. And this Monday night game is underway, taken by Stanley at the 5, 10, 20, and he's knocked down by Harris at the 22. So a gain of 17, and in that play at least, Stanley did not help the Packers do things right. Randy Wright is your quarterback. In the first two games of the year, completed 53% of his passes. That's just not going to get it done against this Bear defense. Jerry Ellis, who's a dual threat out of that backfield, is one running back. And Paul Ott-Caruth, that sounds like a name you'd see on a sitcom, is the other running back, at least to start. James Lofton is your flanker. Phil Epps is your tight end. And Dan Ross, who has 5 catches on the year, is your tight end. Ellis off tackle left on 1st and 10 from the 22. He tries to get to the left sideline and is hit by Steve McMichael for a gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. The line for the Packers is, in a word, average. Ken Rutgers is your left tackle. Ron Hallstrom is your left guard. He's the best of the bunch. Carl Swanky, or Swank, is your center. Alan Vaingrad is the right guard. And Tom Neville, no relation to Aaron or Phil, is your right guard, or right tackle. Green Bay's going to change up some running backs, I think, here. That's not what I meant to do. Kenneth Davis and Gary Ellison, who have not played yet, are going to get some time in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Davis will go off tackle to the near side from the 24-yard line, and he's hit right there again by McMichael. Vaingrad is hurt. He's limping off. I think he got his finger stepped on. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Packers. The Bear defense from left to right. They play a 4-6. Richard Dent, the left end. Steve McMichael, who's already made 2 tackles, is your left defensive tackle. William the Refrigerator Perry is the right defensive tackle. And Dan Hampton, love that neck collar, is the right end. The linebackers, Otis Wilson is the left outside. Ron Rivera still in for the injured Mike Singletary is your middle linebacker. And Wilbur Marshall is a perfect 10 on the right outside. Vesty Jackson is your left corner. Mike Richardson is your right corner. The safeties, Dave Dewerson and Gary Fenzik is your strong safety. 3rd and 7, medium slanto Lofton. And Wright just couldn't get anything there. Yelled out the signals, and the Bears pretty much had that blitz taken care of. He just threw it away, and it was tipped by Hampton. We're not going to watch the replay on that, so 4th down and 7 from the Packer 25. Don Bracken, who better get more than Union skill for this game because he's going to be on the screen an awful lot. Back to punt. Barnes to return it. Bracken from his 10. Barnes stands on his 30. Takes it at the 35 and calls for a fair catch. They'll spot it at the 34. The Bears will take over from there. 13:50 to go, first quarter. Bears nothing, Packers nothing. Captain Carl's rooting for the refs. See, in that case, I know how you feel, because every time someone asks me to, Ohio State, if Ohio State and Notre Dame played, I'd be rooting for the helicopters. Absolutely. Phil Neville, that's a soccer player. Who is Aaron Neville's brother? The Neville brothers, you know them too. Anywho, Mike Tomczak is the quarterback. Walter Payton, who is the Bears' offense, and Matt Suey are the running backs. Willie Galt is your flanker in the big 71-yard touchdown run last week, and Dennis Gentry is your other wide receiver. He's a split end. And Emery Moorhead, with already 8 catches on the year, is your tight end. Tomczak under center. Trap left to Payton on 1st and 10 from the 34. He gets a bit of a block, and Cade makes the tackle after a gain of 3. Spotted at the 37. Mossy Cade. That sounds like something out of a Mark Twain book, doesn't it? The line for the Bears is excellent. Jimbo Covert is your left tackle. Mark Bortz is your left guard. And he looks like a Mark Bortz. Jay Hilgenberg is your center. Tom Thayer, another name out of a Tom Sawyer book, is your right guard. And Keith Van Horn is your right tackle. 2nd and 7. From the 37, off tackle right to Matt Suey. And Suey gets it across the 40, brought down by Dorsey at the 41. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Let's meet the Packer defense. They play a 3-4. Robert Brown is your left end. Charles Martin is your defensive tackle. And Alfonso Carricker is your right end. Tim Harris can go either way, either as an end or a linebacker. He's the left outside linebacker for Green Bay. Brian Noble is a good one. He's the left middle linebacker. Randy Scott is the right inside linebacker. And John Dorsey, who made the tackle, one of the tackles, or the last one, is the right outside linebacker. Mark Lee is your left corner. He's Willie Gault. Say a couple novenas for him. And Mossy Cade. Like I said, that might be something out of Downton Abbey, too. There's your right corner. Ken Stills, your strong safety. And Tiger Green, an appropriate name for a Packer, is your free safety. No, he's your strong safety. I got him mixed up. 3rd and 3. Gault on a medium slant. Tomczak back to throw. He's going to run. He's going to try for a first down, but he's going to be a yard short. And so it's a gain of 2, and the Bears will punt into that wind on 4th and 1 from their own 43. And that'll bring in Maury, I'm not the father, Buford to punt, Stanley to return it. Stanley stands on his 15, comes in at the 20, and is knocked down immediately for a gain of 1 by Gary Fensick. And so the Packers take over for their second series right there. 11:41 first quarter, no score. Nope, I stand by my biases, Mr. I Hate Boston. Is that the current GM of the Browns? Wow. So Davis and Ellerson in the backfield. Gary's going to run one off tackle left. I think that's the third one of those I've done. And this time he gets a bit of a block, a gain of 5, and Hampton brings him down at the 26. So 2nd and 5. There was only one touch. There was like a 25-12 game in real life. The Bears beat them. And there was only one touchdown scored in the entire game. If field goal kicking is your jam, then that Monday night game was it. Kenneth Davis will sweep it to the far side from the 26. He gets a block across the 30. Richard Dent makes the tackle at the 32. First down Packers as he slid away from Ron Rivera. So the first down for anybody. And Green Bay will have it from their own 32. Ellerson will sweep it to the left as the Packers try to munch on some clock. And Dent will make the tackle at the 34. And it'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Green Bay. St. Louis moved to Baltimore years ago. I missed that one. Okay, whatever. So 2nd down and 8. Phillips on a medium out. Wright's in trouble here. He's going to get, I don't know what's going to happen. This isn't good. He rolls right. He throws it right to Jackson, who tipped it. Vesti Jackson tipped it and intercepted it. And the Bears take over at midfield. Here it is again, Wright in the hands of Vesti Jackson with the tip. So Tomczak comes out 1st and 10 from the Packer 49. 9:25, opening quarter. Short flat to Payton on the near side is the call. He's got it. Gets it across the 40. First down 30. And Noble makes a tackle after a gain of 20. So that's the right call from Tomczak. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Packer 29. And if you're looking at field goal range from here, Kevin Butler would be even into the wind would give you a coin flip from 46 yards. Payton. Trap left. Gets a couple yards. Brian Noble with the tackle at the 26, a gain of 3. Just about 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Bears. Yeah, Wright threw it right at the wrong player. Moorhead can't really come off, even though he's tired already. Galt on a medium slant. Tomzak on 2nd and 7 throws over the middle, incomplete. Green got a hand on it, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Tomzak, of course, was a good quarterback for Ohio State University. And even with the Bears, when they won that Super Bowl, it was such garbage time so early, he even got time in the game. 3rd and 7. Suey on a fullback dive from the 26. He gets it across the 25. This is going to be close. Nope. He got 7. Mossy Cade goes to the sideline, and it's 4th and inches for the Bears from the Packer 19. And, yep, they're going to go. Reitman and Moorhead, the tight ends, as Calvin Thomas is going to go on the dive play here on 4th and short. Tomzak gives it to Thomas, and it's a first down to Moore to the 10, and Green will knock him down to the 7. On 4th and inches, the Packers played conservative, but they didn't jam the line, and Jimbo Covert just ripped open the big hole, and the Bears get 12 on 4th and inches. So 1st and goal from the Packers 7. Peyton. He'll go on the dive, 1st and goal from the 7. Packers split that one up. It's Scott brings him down for no gain. So Randy Scott, you've seen from one of those McDonald's cards, makes the tackle. Peyton 3 carries, 6 yards early on. The ball did not move. 2nd and goal, about 6.5 to go here in the first. Thomas will try an off tackle to the left. He gets across the 5. Scott brings him down at the 4. It's a gain of 3. 3rd and goal for Chicago from the Packer 4. Tomzak's going to call a sweep to the left from his own and is going to score. He waited for the line to break. He tucked tail, and he got in for 6. So the Bears do something they couldn't do the first half of the real game. They get a touchdown. Mike Tomzak on a 4-yard scamper. And the Bears draw first blood. Extra point from Butler is up, and it's good. 8 plays, 49-yard. Turnovers kill. It's the Bears 7, the Packers nothing. So Walter Stanley stands on his 8. Davis and Watts in front of him. Stanley at the 5, 10, cuts to the sideline, 30-yard line, hit at the 32, a gain of 27, and the Packers take over from there. Randy Wright, by the way, 0 for 2 with a pick. 1st and 10 from the 32, 5.5 to go. Opening quarter, sweep to the right for Davis. And he gets it to the 35 before Richard Dent makes his 3rd stop of the ballgame. It was a big deal in the 80s when the Packers got a home game on Monday Night Football, because the lighting on color television was, you needed a lot of it. And the lighting in Green Bay was so bad for so long, normally in the 70s. If the Packers got a Monday night game, it would be one of the 2 they would play each year in Milwaukee. But by then, I'm assuming that this game was in, you were never going to play the Bears in Milwaukee. That game was always going to be in Green Bay. Short slant to Lofton on 2nd and 7. Wright throws incomplete. Richardson with good coverage. The Bears played their basic, and they played a zone. So 3rd down and 7. The Packers have been stymied. 19 net yards in the quarter. Davis on a screen, far side, right as time. He throws, and I'm not sure who in the world he was throwing to, but there wasn't a green jersey anywhere. And so Randy Wright starts off. Who should I upset with this? like Albert Pujols, 0 for 4. Don Bracken stands on his 20. He's going to punt. And the Bears will return this. And that is taken at the 20 and hit immediately, and it's picked up by Barnes. There's a fumble, but the Bears recover it right away. And so no gain and no return. Lou Barnes was hit by Johnson and recovered his own fumble. So 1st and 10 for the Bears on their own 18. Suey. Off tackle Wright on 1st down. Gets it right to the line of scrimmage before Dorsey can make the tackle. 2 tackles for Dorsey. And 2nd and 10 from the Bears on their own 18. Picking on teams that aren't even playing. Walter Payton will sweep it to the right on 2nd and 10 from the Bears 18. Across the 20, 25, 1st down and more. He cut back towards the middle of the field at the end of that run and picked up a gain of 14. Keith Van Horn with the big block. You missed the fact I said a nice thing about an Ohio State player, Mr. Jester. So 1st and 10 from the Bears on their own 32. Ortego in for Gentry. And Galt really is the only honest-to-goodness receiver outside of Payton and Suey. Short, flat pass to the right side for Suey. Tomczak throws. Suey has it behind the 30. Across the 35. He's hit by Harris after a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. So Suey's first catch nets him 8 yards. And the Bears will have it from their own 4. They lead 7-0. Just about 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Payton trap right on 2nd and short. Gets his block, gets the 1st down. Mr. Lee makes the tackle at the 44. A gain of 4. And it's a fresh set for Chicago from their own 44. And if you have a cough, may I suggest you pick up a bottle of Vicks Formula 44. 1st and 10. Galt on the jet sweep. Comes around. Goes to the near sideline. Across the 50. 1st down 40. 35 30. 25 20. 10 5. And is tackled by Stills at the 3-yard line. A 53-yard run by the Olympic sprinter. You can use that play once. And Matt Suey opened up the big hole. The Bears have it 1st and goal from the Packer 3. Here it is again. I'm surprised Stills got there because Galt was in full flight when he made the play. 1st and goal from the 3. Payton. Draw play. Conventional set. Handoff from Tomczak. And he gets it to the 1 before Randy Scott saves the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Last minute of play here in the first quarter. Ball spotted at the 1. Suey on the dive on 2nd down. Tomczak gives it to him. And Green Bay read that one right. Boyarski, the tackle, makes the stop. So 3rd and goal. The Bears will run one more play. 38 seconds. Double tight end set. Payton. Warhead back in the game with Reitman. Payton says off tackle. That's what he's going to get. He's going to shove, and Scott stops the touchdown. And so at the end of 1, it's a WCBS drive. 8 plays, 80 yards. 88 on your dial. After 1, it's the Bears 7, the Packers nothing. And so Tomczak has the only touchdown of the game. The Bears are going to kick a field goal here in a moment. The Bears ran it 16 times for 110 yards in the first quarter, including 53 on one touch by Willie Galt. The Packers 0 for 4. Okay. Kind of like Xander Bogaerts. There, do you feel better? Ran it 6 times for 19, and that's all the Packers' net yardage in this game. Kevin Butler from an extra point distance. From 19. He's got a 99.5% chance of making this. Good snap. Good hold. And he better hit that. I could almost hit that. We have played 3 seconds in the second quarter. 9 plays, 80 yards. It's the Bears 10, the Packers nothing. And so Walter Stanley, who might be the busiest man in the Packer offense, stands on his 8. Davis and Watts on the 15. From 1 yard deep, Butler booms it. Green Bay with the wind in their faces now. Stanley to the 10. And he's hit at the 15 by Cabral. So 1st and 10 for Green Bay. This could get Phyllis Diller ugly in a hurry. Medium cross to Phil Epps. Right, to throw it on 1st down. He waits, he throws. He doesn't have Epps. Vesty Jackson jumped the route. And Randy Wright is 0 for 5. Pitch right to Kenneth Davis. From the 10, and the Bears read that all the way. That's a 3-yard loss. And sometimes a right can do a wrong. And it's 3rd and 13. Ellis comes in as the running back here. 3 wide receivers. Eddie Lee Ivory, right? Yep, wow. Is the 3rd receiver, along with Lofton and Epps. Dan Ross, the tight end. Epps on a medium slant. Right. Has to look quickly. He throws it down to the sideline. It's caught for Ivory, and they're short. He got 13 and needed 13 and a foot. Sean Gale with the tackle. And Wright is finally on the board. They're going to go. Wright will sweep it to the right. Waits for the C's to part. He goes to this and runs backwards. How can you do that? He just had to keep his legs moving forward, and he couldn't do it. He lost 4 yards. Tomczak, medium hitch to Galt. Throws, Galt, touchdown. And the Bears make the Packers pay just like that. And that's the danger, folks, of going for it deep in your own territory, because even Mike Tomczak, who split this game with Steve Fuller, can make you pay. 1 play, 20 yards, 9 seconds. And now the Packers just need to get something on the board. Butler with the extra point. It is up. It is good. And so Chicago, with 12:54 to go in the first half, leads 17-0. Stanley, Davis, and Watts again. They will not return this 6 yards deep. Now, here are my quarterbacks. Ferragamo, Chuck Fusina, and Wright. Oh, my God. Randy Wright will stay in the game. Ellerson, trap lefts, 1st and 10 from the 20, and Hampton knocks him down for no gain. If you are a big Chicago Bear fan, you have got to be loving life right now. 17-0 Chicago. Medium cross to Lofton. Right, waits, throws. Lofton dropped the 1st down. Hit by Richardson, the left corner, and couldn't hang on. So it's 3rd and 10 from the 20. The Packers are just a hot mess. Dan Ross. Oh, my gosh. Medium out to the tight end. Wright looking for anything. Throws down to a second choice, and that's incomplete. And so Randy Wright is kind of hoping to wake up and it's Monday morning and play this game again because he's 1 for 8 with 13 yards. Don Bracken back to punt again. The Packer defense needs to show up. That's a terrible punt. Taken at the 43 and brought down at the 41, brought down by Plogger at the 47. Short field for the Bears. They start from their own 47, 11:52 to go in the second quarter. 17-0 Chicago. Keith Ortega looking like he's on the cover of an Aha album. Short out on first down. Tom Zach to throw it. He does. Ortega's got it. First down inside the 40. Mossy Cade with the tackle at the 36. It's a gain of 17. And the Bears are on the march again. Peyton. Sweep right from the 36. And he's hit at the line by John Dorsey. Packers keyed him. They were playing the run. And Peyton now has 8 carries for 26 yards. 2nd and 10. 11 and change to go here in the first half. Suey. Trap left. From the 36, he gets it across the 35. Scott makes the tackle after a gain of 2, and it's 3rd and 8. So the Bears, treating this game like it's 1966, have run it 18 times in the first half for 112 yards. Galt. Medium slant on 3rd and 8. Tomzak looks around, throws, flips it down to, I believe, Peyton. Yes, it's a gain of 8. Stills is hurt. The Bears are short. The clock will stop, and they'll kick a field goal. Kevin Butler. 69.3% chance. Hilgenberg to snap it. Steve Fuller to hold it. Butler from 43. Straight, true, and good. And 5 plays, 27 yards, 10:08 to go. The route is on. It's the Bears 20. The Packers nothing. So Stanley back there with Davis and Watts again. Kind of turning into Groundhog Day, isn't it? And 7 yards deep, they send out Randy Wright, who was 1 for 8 for 13 yards. Davis. Sweep left from the 20. And he's hit by Ron Rivera at the 18. You know, we all have days where it doesn't even pay to get out of bed to even brush your teeth. Obviously, you gotta relieve the old, glands and such. But, just one of those things that you just kind of stay in bed and put a blanket over yourself. Maybe today you do some Netflix, maybe back then some Cinemax, especially on a Friday night. The Packers are having one of those days in front of a national television audience on Monday Night Football. 2nd and 12. Epps on a medium fly, right back to throw it. Flag is down, and it got away.
Pass interference, defense.
Oh, it's on
Number
the Bears.
45,
Gary Fensick.
First down.
Got in Epps' grill, and it's an 11-yard penalty. And a first down for the Packers from their own 29. First flag for anybody in the ballgame. Been a relatively clean murder so far of the Packers by the Bears. Lofton on a short slant. Right, back to throw. Waits. Lofton over the middle. And that is caught. Stripped by Richardson. And Ellerson, the fullback, falls on. And it's a gain of 9. So Richardson forced the fumble, but Green Bay recovered. Here it is again. Richardson was just trying to run interference, and it's 2nd and 1. Under 9 to go, second quarter. 20-0 Bears. Ellerson. Fullback dive, trying to get the first down. He will. He dives for a gain of 7. And so the Pack are actually moving the football here. 1st and 10 from their own 45. They have not had the football as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter in Bear territory yet. Bronx cheering that first down. I look at the other quarterbacks. They aren't better than Wright. Edot Caruth. Off tackle left on 1st and 10 from the 45. Bears sniff that one out for a 1-yard loss. Dan Hampton with the tackle. And the clock said 7:40 when the play stopped. Third tackle for Hampton. The Bears, I would think, now knowing what I know now about this season, just from doing the research for this replay, if the Bears could easily repeat as Super Bowl champions. Their defense is that good. Caruth on a short flat. Nope. Bears are confused on D, and they will call time. The Bears beat the Eagles in Week 1. The Bears beat the Browns right here on Retro Sports Network in Week 1, and last week they beat Buddy Ryan and the Eagles. And Mike Ditka poured himself a iced tea pitcher full of whiskey, a fine cigar, and a ribeye steak. We'll do it again. Screen to Davis. Bears on, force the audible. Wright pitches it to Davis. 45-50. First down and more. 45. And Davis is tackled at the 33 for a gain of 23. And so the Packers are finally in business inside the Bear half of the football field. 1st and 10 from the Chicago 33. 7 minutes clock running. How you doing, Terry? Glad to have you along. Caruth on a short pass in the flat. Wright looks down, and that is intercepted by Wilber Marshall. That's Wilber's first interception of the year. And the Bears take over from their own 31. Here it is again. He had time, and Wilber Marshall just read Wright's eyes. They weren't that difficult to read. Randy Wright is 3 for 11 for 45 yards and 2 interceptions. And he's quickly reaching the broken clock theory here. He's going to be caught at least twice a day. Trap left for Suey from the 31. 6:28 to go in the half. Mossy Kane with the tackle at the 33. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Now Payton. Pitch to the left side. Far sideline from the 33. Gets a block across the 35. Noble brings him down after a gain of 3. And the Bears will have it there from the Chicago 36. Reitman, the tight end. Short cross. Tomczak back to throw. Packers blitz. He waits, and that's incomplete. So the Packers, following the interception, force a 3 and out. So Tomczak 5 of 7 for 73 yards. Even Mr. Ditka, who I don't think was Mike Tomczak's biggest fan, is yet to go to Steve Fuller. 4th and 5. Maury Buford punting to Walter Stanley. Pack will return. From the 14 and hit immediately after a gain of 2 by Harris. And so Green Bay stymied at their own 15-yard line. 4:49 to go, first half. 20-0 Chicago. And it feels like so much more. Epps on a short slant. Wright throws. Epps has it at the 21 for a gain of 6. First catch for Epps. Bessie Jackson with a tackle. Ellis now in the ball game. Short pass in the flat, near sideline. Wright throws. Ellis has it across the 20. First down. Marshall makes a tackle at 30 for a gain of 9. 4 to go here in the half. Jerry Ellis, 9 yards on that catch. And now he'll try an off-tackle left from the 30. He gets it to the 34 before Steve McMichael makes the tackle. So the Packers have not run the ball well at all. 13 carries, 20 yards. And they've thrown it about as well as they've ran it. 5 for 13 for 60. 3 and change, clock running, 2nd and 6. Ross. Short slant to the tight end. Wright throws, and Ross has it. He has the first down. Gary Fensick with the tackle. That's a gain of 6. And Green Bay now has it at the Packer 40. One more play before the 2-minute warning. Ivory is in the game now at running back. Lofton on a medium slant. Wright is rushed. He throws. Lofton has it across midfield. And that's a first down. And so we've reached the 2-minute warning, or we will in a moment. And the Packers have the ball at the Bear 46. So Wright last week in that tie against New Orleans, 27 for 43 for 347 yards and 4 touchdowns. So 2 minutes to go. Ball at the Chicago 46. They go 3 wide. Ellis is in the backfield. Wright will work out of the gun. Eddie Lee Ivory. Short out. 1st and 10. Down to the sideline. Incomplete. Bears doubled Lofton and got nothing to show for it. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. And no, in that win, Green Bay's going to have to go probably another 20 yards to even think about a field goal. Epps. Medium out. Wright. Has all day. Flicks it down to Epps at the 37. It's a gain of 8. He had 9 catches last week for 119 yards. He's got 2 today for 14. 3rd down and 2 from the 38 at Chicago. Green Bay's going to let that clock run. Caruth is now in the ball game. Epps is going to run the end around. Little trickeration here. And Wachter, the 2nd defensive tackle, makes the stop for no gain. And that got you nowhere. And so Don Bracken's going to pooch one from the 38 into the wind. And he did a little more than pooch it. Oh, that's a great punt, actually. It rolls dead at the 3. So 44 seconds to go in the half. And Tom Zach will just gladly take the victory formation here to end the first half. But they got to run another play. He didn't take long enough. Now he will. And that will be the end of the first half. Really? Nope, that will be the end of the first half. Bears will get the kickoff. The second quarter belonged to Chicago. The Monsters on the Midway have rambled up into cheese territory. They lead 20-0. The owner of the Washington Nationals Montreal Expos, Al Red Sox fan, says the Packers at the end of the game will get the participation trophy award. So, folks, stay after the game for the ceremony. Should be a ton of fun. You'll get Montreal Expos tickets for games that will not exist there and a free coupon for a kitty-sized Creamy at Tasty Freeze. Tutti Frutti flavor only. Offer only good between 4 and 6 on Tuesday afternoons in our Milwaukee area stores. Here's the stats for the first half. The Bears got 2 field goals from Butler. The turnover caused the touchdown pass from Tom Zach to Galt. And, when you only have to throw 7 times in an NFL game in the first half, you got to be doing something right. And for the Bears, they're doing a lot of things right, which is more than we can say for Randy Wright, who's doing a lot of things wrong. And since I've already gotten in trouble for poking fun at Ohio State, kind of like watching Notre Dame football. Just a lot of things overrated and wrong. Ba-doom boom. Yes, I'm in one of those moods today. As Al said, fun for all. All right, so 20-0 Bears at the half. To update you on a couple things, Dave Gardner taped a new interview today for DigitalDice.com. I was not home, and by the time that they got started, I caught a couple minutes of. If you are, I'm going to bungle the name of the magazine. It's a new sports simulations magazine that's out for the community. Dave talked with the creator, publisher, and editor today, S.T. Patrick. And they were having a good old time, and that interview will be up either today or tomorrow on a brand new episode of Digital to Dice. And then Dave and I are going to tape one about hockey games. We've been waiting for Action PC Hockey to come out. It was supposed to be out Tuesday. It's now Thursday. But again, we'll do a live unboxing supposedly tonight if it is out. And then Dave and I will talk about hockey games in general. So that's what's coming up on DigitalDice.com and, of course, here on the channel. Football games for next week will be the Niners and the Dolphins from the Orange Bowl in Miami on Tuesday, and then the 2-1 Patriots travel to Denver on Thursday to face the 2-1 Denver Broncos. That's the football games for you next week. Sunday afternoon at noon is going to be a National League semifinal and that 60s tournament. Kurt Berglund and I need to get together to figure out who will be playing what. So that's the new schedule coming up on Retro Sports Network. Yeah, it's not ready yet. It was been pushed back. It was supposed to be out last Friday, and then it got pushed to Tuesday, and now we're being told today. And, get it right. This one, I think, is a major update for the hockey game. It's going to, from my understanding, it's going to lead to kind of you can be able to do as-played replays. But you got to do a lot of the legwork of that on your own. All right, let's kick off the second half of this game. Brought to you by DigitalDice.com. So you see the stats. Surprisingly enough, Green Bay has 7 first downs. Combined, the two teams are 1 for 11 on first downs. Sanders is back to deep to take the kick. Dennis Gentry and Neil Anderson are the upmen. I don't even know who's kicking for Green Bay. Taken by Sanders at the 13-20. And the ball, it's Aldo Greco. It's your cousin, Al. Brought down by Shue at the 26. So the Bears, it's going to be more of the same here. Trap right for Suey on 1st and 10 from the 26. He gets it to the 28 before Lee makes the tackle. So the Packers have Brown and Carricker as their ends. Martin is the tackle. The linebackers, Harris and Dorsey on the outside. Noble and Scott on the inside. Lee and Cade, the corners. Green and Stills are the safety. Oh, and I'm getting pounded again by another sister in Words with Friends. Just in case you cared. Because sharing is caring. Peyton off tackle left, 2nd and 8 from the 28. He gets it across to 30. Scott makes the stop, and it's 3rd and 5 for the Bears. Peyton and Suey are the running backs. Galt, Ortega the wide receivers. Reitman the tight end. Mike Tomczak keeps his job as quarterback, at least for this series. Covert and Van Horn the tackles. Bortz and Thayer is the guard, and Jay Hilgenberg is the warm man getting his butt touched all the time. 3rd and 5. Ortega. Medium hitch. Tomczak is in trouble. He's looking around. He throws it down the right side. That's intercepted by Mossy Cade at the Bear 45. And Cade makes his first interception of the year. And you know how much turnover is killed. Tomczak, I'm not sure, he underthrew that ball about 5 yards. So Davis and Ivory, the running backs here for the Packers. They take over 13-30 in the 3rd quarter from the Bear 45. Davis, short flat, far side, right throw is incomplete. Wilson makes the stop, or makes the deflection, Otis Wilson. So the Bears, Hampton and Dent are your defensive ends, McMichael and Perry the tackles. Marshall and Wilson the outside linebackers. Ron Rivera, filling in quite nicely for Mike Singletary, is in the middle. Richardson and Jackson the corners. Dewerson and Fensick the safeties. 2nd and 10. Off tackle right for Kenneth Davis from the 45. Hit by Richard Dent right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And so the Packers have snapped it twice and gotten nothing out of the deal. Usually it is easy for me to say. Davis and Ailey Ivory, the running backs. Lofton and Epps, the wide receivers. Dan Ross, who really should be still with Cincinnati, the tight end. Randy Wright, masquerading around in the witness protection program, as your quarterback. Rutgers and Neville, the tackles. Hallstrom and Moran, the guards. And Swank, the center. And I fooled you, they're going to go 3 wide. Caruth now in the backfield. Ivory, the 3rd receiver. Medium out. This is trouble. Wright is blitzed. He looks to his right. He's going to throw left. This is going to get picked. And it's intercepted by the Bears. 45-40. Who is it? Sean Gale returns it. Otis Wilson. Otis Wilson. Gale deflected it right in the waiting arms of Otis Wilson. And he'll return it for a gain of 35. Boom, boom, boom. And Otis gets stopped at the 36. So that's where the Bears will take over. 12:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Short out to Willie Galt. Tomczak, still in the game, throws down to Peyton instead. Tries to, Suey rather. It's a gain of 8. Flag is down.
Holding offense.
Uh-oh.
Number 63.
It's Hilgenberg.
Penalty.
Ditka's chewing that gum. But look at the flow on Hilgenberg. It would take me 10 years to grow that much hair now. So 1st and 20 from the Packer 46. Walter Payton on a draw. 1st and 20. Cross the line. He gets it to the 41 before John Dorsey brings him down. 2nd and 15. That's right. You know, I was wondering who's going to make the musical pun on that. Otis sitting on the dock of the Bay Wilson with a pick. He's a picking, and Mike Ditka was a grinning. Peyton short flat, 2nd and 15. Tomczak near side. Peyton's got it. Cross the 40. 35-30. First down and more. It's a gain. No! Oh, my goodness. He got the Al Red Sox fan measurement. That looked like a first down. It's 3rd and inches. Spotted at the Packer 26. Suey. Fullback dive. First down and more. Across the 20. He's dragging people along for a gain of 8. Give Lee credit for the tackle, but that pretty much was a communal effort and suckage. And it's 1st and 10 from the 18. The Bears 26 carries for 134 yards. 20-0 Chicago, 10:57 third quarter. Peyton will sweep it to the near side from the 18. Gets a block across the 15. Noble with the tackle. Gain of 4. It has just been announced that the participation trophy ceremony has been moved up to the end of the third quarter. The coupons for kitty-sized creamies at Tasty Freeze will be available at all the exits at the finish of the game. Peyton sweeps to the right again from the 14-yard line. Tries to get to the sidelines. Does. He gets across the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. Tim Harris with the tackle. And that will stop the clock with 9:40 to go in 3rd and 5. That's talking about you, Dave. I believe the Dolphins are going to do that after the opening kickoff next week. I mean, this is a bad game by the Packers. There really wasn't another good game to show you this week. But how in the world do you give up 110 points at home in the first 2 weeks? The only good news is for the Dolphins is they got to play the Giants. 3rd down and 5. Reitman on a medium slant. Tomczak back to throw. He's got time. He checks it down to a Peyton who's going to score. Walter Payton scores on a secondary read. 4 catches for Peyton for 56 yards, and it's 26-0. Here it is again. Peyton from the 6, and he just waltzed right in. So 6 plays, 46 yards, and 2:58 to go. Extra point is coming from Butler, and it is blocked. Martin blocked the kick. Wow. So there. Now the Packers only need 4 touchdowns. 9:31 to go in the third. 26-0 Chicago. Stanley, Davis, and Watts back to return it. Butler will boom it 6 yards deep. Packers, by the way, green jerseys, white numbers, gold helmet or yellow helmets with the matching pants are going right to left into the wind here in the third quarter. Short out to Lofton. Bears blitz right. Throws it down to a running back instead. Fensick makes the tackle of Davis at the 26. That's a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Out come the paper bags. Well, you know, they're, yes. Wouldn't it be Townhouse cracker boxes? Because they had the cheese to cut with it, right? 2nd and 4. Ivory will try and sweep to the left. He's not a natural running back. And you could tell that because, the refrigerator's hurt. He hurt his thumb. He's out for a few plays. And sadly for the Packers, the clock will stop. 3rd and 8, 9:16 to go. Epps. Medium out on 3rd and 8. Blitz right. Has got to do something in a hurry. Throws towards the far sideline. Incomplete to Epps. And so that will be another 3 and out for Green Bay. Don Bracken making his 18,000th punt of the game. Will punt it to Barnes. Barnes will take it at the 40. 45. Hit at the 46 by Turpin. 5 punts. That's only the 5th punt for the Packers. Well, they have turned it over 3 times. 1st and 10 for Chicago from their own 46. Suey. Fullback dive. And the legs move. Martin makes a tackle at the 48. Gain of 2. Oh, yeah. This has just been seriously ugly. But we have crossed the 1 o'clock hour here. I'm Ron Juckett. This is Pro Football Replay Week 3 from 1986 on Retro Sports Network, where on this Monday night game, the Bears are mauling the Packers 26-0. The Bears are the Bears, and the Packers are the bucket of chum fed to Shamu at SeaWorld. And following the game on ABC, your late local news, followed by Nightline, where we'll wonder why Uncle Ron chose the Bears and the Packers to be a nationally televised game. And then the Rick D Show, where Rick interviews his favorite duck, Disco, and Daffy. That's all after the game, right here on Retro Sports Network. 2nd and 8 for Walter Payton. Pitch to the left, to the far sideline from the 45. Payton can't turn the corner. He's hit at the line. The refrigerator is back up and running, and Randy Scott has got himself 10 tackles. So 8:19, clock running. Reitman on a short hitch. Tomczak to throw. Reitman got it over his shoulder. And a first down for the Bears. Tom Flynn with the tackle. And even with Jim McMahon gone, and he's gone for the next 10 weeks after this, everything has gone right for Chicago tonight. You can't on a Monday night game. I wish you could. I mean, this is... We've done a lot of games. I must have done, well, this is our 7th of the 86 season. Did 40 some odd from before. I mean, we must have done, 225 streams? This is right up there in some of the worst sport I've ever seen. Calvin Thomas will spare Matsui to start this play. 1st and 10 from the 40-2. Give to Thomas. Gets across the 40 near the sideline. 35. Hit by Dorsey at the 34. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Heidi, maybe 60 minutes. Look, yeah, I just did the spool. Your late local news at 11, followed by a Nightline where Ted Koppa will grill me about my love of cheeseburgers and why I picked this game to be a Monday night, to be a stream, followed by the Rick D Show. Walter Payton, fullback dive, 2nd and 2, 7:05 clock running. Payton keeps the legs moving. He gets a Dave Gardner spot, 1st and 10. And in all serious note, if the hockey game comes out today, about 6:30, we're going to say 6:30 for the live stream. We'll go through Action PC Hockey 2019. So that's what we got going up on the channel later today, right here on Retro Sports Network. 1st and 10 for the Bears from the Packer 32. Payton short, flat, near side. Tomczak has Payton at the 38, across the 30 to the 26. He's brought down by Harris after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Now there you go. In search of, in some markets, Leonard Nimoy in search of William Shatner's real hair. And a note from my able producer, Mr. Red Sox fan. Remember to stay for the ceremony and get your photo taken with Richard Simmons and possibly win a cameo on Sweating to the Oldies. Now on both VHS and Beta. 2nd down and 4. Off tackle right from Payton from the 26. He's hit by Carricker at the 24, a gain of 2. And 5:08 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 2. Thomas. Trap left from there. And no, he will not get the first down. Martin with the tackle. So 8 plays, 30 yards, 4.5 off the clock. Kevin Butler's coming out for a 41-yard field goal. Fuller to hold, Hilgenberg to snap. Kick is up, kick is drifting left, and it is no good. And so Mr. Ditka's not happy. 3:58 to go in the third quarter. 26-0 Bears. Davis will try his Packer sweep to the right from the 24, gets down the sidelines, and is hit for at the 24. But the clock is stopped. So Kenneth Davis, 7 carries for 5 yards. The Packers have done nothing today. Lofton on a medium slant right is in trouble. He's hit from behind by Dent. Vesty Jackson hurt his groin. It'll be 3rd down and 14. That is the first Bear sack of the ballgame. And knocks the Packers down to 106 net yards. 3rd and 14. Caruth, short pass in the flat near side. Wright can't even get that one right. Incomplete. And the Packers are 3 and out again. 4th and 14. I guess Borderland, is there a horseshoe simulator? Oh my God. I think we've reached the Bill Simmons ugly portion of the ballgame. Don Bracken back to punt. 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Taken by Barnes by his 40. And it's a return of 5. 3:36 to go. 1st and 10 for the Bears. And we're going to the blowout offense. So look who's at quarterback. One Doug Flutie. Dennis Gentry and William the Refrigerator Perry are the backfield. Barnes and Ortega the wide receivers. Reitman the tight end. That's awesome. So Gentry. Trap right from the 42. Doesn't get anything going. Dorsey with a stop, a gain of 1. So everyone's rooting for Doug Flutie now. They want to see what they have with him. Flutie. Sweep right. Waits for the hole. Across the 40 down the sidelines. He's hit by Dorsey after a gain of 3. And sadly for the Bears, the clock is stopped with 2:51 to go. Ball spotted at the Bear 44. Neil Anderson comes in the ball game. Short flat pass to him near side from Flutie. Flutie's going to run. Flutie's hit by Scott for a sack, a 4-yard loss. And the Bears go 3 and out. So Maura Buford will punt this one to Stanley. And they'll let this one roll. And maybe if there's any justice, it rolls in the end zone. Nope. It rolls dead at the 7. 53-yard punt. The Packers take over on their own 7-yard line. Davis and Ellerson in the backfield. I formation. Davis. Trap right. From the 7. Hey, he gets positive yards. They doubled Lofton, and Wilson makes a tackle at the 10. 2nd down and 7. Da 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 da. And so they're going to run a wishbone. Ellis, Caruth, and Ivory. Jerry Ellis. Off tackle left from the 10. And McMichael makes the tackle at the 13. A gain of 3. They'll go to a conventional set here. Medium cross to James Lofton. Wright throws. Lofton can't get it, but there's a flag down.
Pass interference.
John Richardson.
Defense. Number 27, automatic, first down.
And so it's a first down for the Packers. With 39 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Spot the ball at the 27. Now we're going single wing. Ellerson on a dive. I don't know what the hell just happened. No gain. And we've played 3. We go to the fourth, 2nd and 10 for the Packers from their own 27. 26-0 Bears. Can't believe 10 people are still watching this. Do you want to zoom the fourth, or do you want me to play the fourth? I'll give it a minute. I mean, if you want me to play the fourth, I will, but I'll leave it up to you guys now. It's 2nd and 10 for the Packers. Sweep right here by Davis, and oh yeah, that worked. That's a loss of 4. 2nd and 10, and why is the clock? Oh, the clock is not stopped. Clock running, 14:52. The refrigerator on the tackle. Play it. Play it. Okay. So 3rd and 14 as we play let's see, Lofton here. Medium out. Right, back to throw it. He throws down the sidelines. That is caught. And they're a yard short. Lofton made the catch. He needed 14. He got 13. And the Packers are going to punt. 14-10 to go. 6 plays, 29 yards. Don Bracken, with a win behind him, hopes to send Chicago back to Chicago on this punt. Nope, taken at the 20 or 16. Returned for 6 yards. It was Barnes at the 15, 6-yard return. And this time the starters will come back off. This Bigfoot story is great. How's it turn out, Dave? Calvin Thomas, off tackle right on 1st and 10 from the 21. Gets nothing. Oh, he'll get 1 play. Reitman grabbing his groin, limping off. And the Bears do not want the clock to stop. John Dorsey, by the way, has made 10 tackles. 2nd and 9. Clock stopped, 13:23 to go. Peyton. Trap left. Get from Tomzak. Nothing going. Scott all over the field. He's the Packer MVP. He's got 12 tackles. It's because Bigfoot was waiting for his Tutti Frutti Kid-Size Creamy from Tasty Freeze, which you can get your free one next Tuesday between 4 and 4:15 at our Waukegan, Illinois location. Only in Waukegan, Illinois. That's their free Kids Creamy giveaway by Tasty Freeze, where you can meet Big Richards. You know, there was a football player by the name of Richard Simmons. Not that one. 3rd down and 8. Dennis Gentry. Medium out. Tomzak to throw. He checks it down the sidelines, and it's caught for a first down. Mossy Cade with the tackle. Wright back in the ball game, or Reitman back in the ball game, and they'll spot it at the Bear 37. Sanders back there with Peyton now in the backfield. Thomas Sanders. Trap right from the 37. He gets it to the 38. A 1-yard gain, and we go tick, tick, tick. 12 minutes to go. A gain of 1. Brian Noble's got 6 tackles. Oh, is Waukegan only 20 miles? You know, of course, you know. One of my favorite people of all time is from Waukegan. Peyton, Packers sweep right side from the 38. Bears in a slowdown. Peyton gets a gain of 2 to the 40. And it'll be 3rd and 7. We're trying our darndest to get this clock to run as fast as possible. Sanders. Sweep left from the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7. And he's only going to get a gain of 2. But the Bears did mercifully take 3 minutes off the clock. Yes, Jack Benny it is. So Amari Buford will punt. Walter Stanley's going to return this from inside his 20. And it's a gain of 3. No, people wanted to play it out, so 9:41 to go. And the Packers go to their... I've never even heard of this quarterback. His name is Shield. Is this Captain America? Ivory and Ellerson, the running backs. Franz and Stanley, the wide receivers. And the Packers have just announced that they're signing Bigfoot to a contract. And in fact, he's in the football game right now. He is the quarterback. Press conference after the game. Ellerson. Trap left on 1st and 10 from the 19. 20. 25. Rivera makes a tackle at the 27. And the clock is a-running. I'm on 4 screen. Oh, my God. Oh, yes, they are good for my YouTube metrics. Because I can't believe that 10 people are actually watching this. So 2nd down and 2 after Ellerson finally makes a good run. Ivory. Off tackle right. 1st down. Dillerson with a stop, gain of 6. So the place is emptying out a bit. 8:43 to go. Mark Cannon, the backup center, with a big hole. Walter Stanley. Short cross. So Bigfoot is going to get picked off here. Throws, intercepted. 30, 25, 20, 10. Touchdown. Richardson jumped the route. Mike Richardson, his 3rd interception of the year, makes it 32 to nothing. There is ugly. There is Phyllis Diller ugly. And there is me going shirtless ugly. And we have reached that portion of the afternoon. Kevin Butler with the extra point, and that is good. And so with 7:54 to go, guess what? It's Green Bay ball again, 33-0 Bears. Bigfoot throws a touchdown on his very first NFL pass. Butler boots it away, and taking it to 5 by Stanley, takes it to the 20, 30, and thankfully he doesn't turn. He's knocked out of bounds at the 33. So once again, Davis and Ellerson are the backfield. Bigfoot in at quarterback. Joe Shield. Steve Austin was his agent. Poor Joe Shield. Not even a household name in his own house. Davis trap left. 7:47 to go. Ball at the 33. Rivera makes a tackle at the 37. McMichael stays in the game. He's hurt. Ditka says, unless it's falling off the bone, you're staying in. Davis 10 carries for 8 yards. Ellerson. Pitch right. Nope. Shield. Botch snap. His ball is loose. Rivera forces the fumble. Hampton recovers it. And it's another turnover. So Joe, not the agent of Shield you're looking for, fumbles the snap. Ron Rivera forced it. Dan Hampton recovered. It's a 2-part episode. Yeah, right. So 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 36. Again, Flutie and company coming in. 7 to go. Yep. Monday Night Football cameras are pointing at a Packers fan sitting by himself, and he's just telling you who's number one, Howard. And look who's going to get the carry. The refrigerator on a dive. He's got a loose football, and it's recovered by the Packers. So Brian Noble stripped it, and Carricker picked it up and rumbled, bumbled, and stumbled for 5. That game was actually in Houston. So let's watch that ugly replay. 1st and 10, 6:54 to go. And USFL legend Chuck Fusina has now come in the game as quarterback. Because why not? Lofton. Medium hitch on 1st down. Fusina throws it down the sideline and he dropped it. Of course he did. Rutgers, by the way, is hurt, or Rutgers. So 6:49, Lofton gets the dropsies. Here's Ellerson, 2nd and 10. Trap right. They're going to go with the call. Chicago blitzes. Ellerson is hit behind, or no gain. Rutgers comes back in, and it's 3rd and 10. The fridge forgot to close the door. And yet that game, I'm sure, that was what? It was Houston, and back when Houston wasn't very good, right? 3rd down and 10. Medium slant to the tight end, Ross. Fusino waits, throws. Ross has got it, but of course he won't get a 1st down. He needed 10 and got 9. And the Packers are just going to go for it. The Raiders, okay. Can Fusino run? No. Can Ellerson run? Maybe. Fullback dive. Fusina, you're not going to call the audible. Give to Ellerson from the 49, 1st down. That's a gain of 6. And we now have 5:15 in the clock running. 1972, they're just telling you he's number one. Howard, you're number one. Davis. Trap left from the 45 of the Bears. Rivera makes a tackle after a gain of 3. And we're now going to be about 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Ellerson. Dive play from Fusina, 2nd and 7. He gets it across the 40. It's a gain of 4, 3rd and 3. And the clock will play ended with 3:51 on the clock. Short slant to Phillips. Fusina back in the pocket is going to get stripped by Dent, sacked by Dent, and picked up by Moran, the right guard. So Richard Dent makes the sack. And with 3:09 to go, it's 4th and 8. The dance was pretty much over early on, unless you like watching middle school kids dance. So Don Bracken with the wind will pooch a sideliner here. And it'll, of course, because it's the Packers, it's going to roll in the end zone for a touchback. 2:25 to go in the football game. Mercifully, the Bears 33-0. The fridge has been retired. Anderson and Thomas in the backfield. Flutie. Trap right to Calvin Thomas. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. Thomas is going to get a gain of 8. Harris. Timmy Harris with a run. And we go to the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 2 from the Bears 28. And just a reminder, we've run so long that Nightline will be on at 12:35 Eastern Time. And Ted Koppel's hair will interview me about why I picked this game. Neil Anderson. Trap Wright. Just getting for the first down here so we can... Victory formation time has arrived. Doug Flutie will take a knee. And so, 2nd and 11. So, promotional consideration has been paid to Retro Sports Network by my favorite patrons. All of you. Any one of you have given up. I gave up on this game a while ago. Given money over the last few months on Patreon is my favorite patron. Al Red Sox fan, Dale Lonsdale, John Marichich, Bobby Junkwax, to name a few. Patreon.com, $10 gets you any game you want. And if you are a regular donor of over $10, hey, you get one game per month. The next Patreon game is going to be Game 7 of the 1991 World Series. Ken Herbeck has been told to leave his polling, to not poll on Ron Gant anymore. Flutie will take a knee here. It'll be 3rd down with 52 seconds. So he's going to have to snap it once more. Loch Ness special next week. One more knee from Mr. Flutie, and that will do it. So the Bears have shut out the Packers 33-0 here. And a game enjoyed by, well, and as Johnny Carson once would say, remembered for as long as it takes him to get to his car after the game is over. The final score, the Bears 33, the Packers nothing. And our MVP, Mike Tomczak, 10 for 13 for 131. Richard Dent, 8 tackles, 2 sacks, a stuff, a hurry, and a forced fumble. There's your MVP. And Willie Gault had a big 53-yard run, too. Packers, Scott, 13 tackles, a sack, and 2 stuffs. And I don't think we really need to see any more of this. The Packers had 155 net yards. The Bears ran 47 times for 172. Papa Hallis is one proud dude. The Packers were more successful on 4th down than on 3rd down. There's next week's schedule. Yeah, Bigfoot ran back to the woods as the agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is done. Next week, we got 2 games for you, hopefully much better than this. It'll be the 49ers and Joe Montana visiting the Orange Bowl, and Dan Marino and the Dolphins. That is next Tuesday at noon. And then Thursday, it'll be the Patriots and the Bears from Denver. So there hopefully will not be a part 2 of this show. So this might have been the worst football game I've ever played. And so, still thinking the hockey game comes out this afternoon, 6:30 for the virtual unboxing of that. If it does, we'll have that 60s tournament starting this week. We'll do a chat with or Ask Uncle Ron, and football next week. All right, thank you so much if you stayed with us, and by God, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Hope all of you have a great Thursday. We'll see you hopefully tonight as we go through Action PC Hockey 2019. Until then, we'll talk to you later. Good luck. Bye-bye.